This is the movie review of James Bond's Spectre. Now, I'm a huge James Bond fan. I've enjoyed watching every single James Bond there's ever been. And when it needed to go into the next era in 2006 when they came out with Casino Royale, using that story from the old James Bond and the way they ramped it up, I said, wow, okay, they're bringing Bond into a modern era where anything is possible with this James Bond. And then they followed that up with Quantum of Solace, with the Daniel Craig being at the helm for Casino Royale, and this one being the one to do the launch. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. And once I seen, this process with Sam Mendes, who did Road to Perdition, one of my favorite films, and I saw the way his directing, Daniel Craig was. Quantum of Solace was something that was better on paper than it was translated into film. And I thought it was one of the most disappointing Bonds after coming off such a high of Casino Royale. So they took a break and came out with something that was probably the best James Bond film ever made. At least it's one of them. And when they came out with Skyfall, everyone knew this was it. Like this, anything could happen in James Bond. It had the feel, it had grit, it had heart, it had a villain that was worthy of the praise. Now, they come like almost back to back. 2 years later, here's Spectre. And these films take about 2 years to make. So now Spectre comes around as the fourth installment of this franchise, and what you're seeing is, in this one, it's sort of like, almost like Quantum of Solace, as far as where it probably translated better in the script than it came out on the film. What's missing is that you don't really care. You're vested because you want to see what's going to happen and what's going to play out, how it's set up. You're vested into seeing that. Now, what's not drawn out and what's not like noticeable is the actual heart of the film. Sure, you see this girl, you see that she lusts for James Bond, all these women lust for James Bond, but there's no connection, there's no care. If a girl blows up, boom, who cares? He'll find another one. There's no heart really in the movie, to where it came down where Bond had to make a decision. I'm like, he might as well just walk out. I mean, nothing really changes if he walks out. He might as well just walk out. I mean, hey, she might not be around anymore, but hey, what have you lost? I mean, because you don't care at this point, because nothing was really built on the connection of heart in this film. It's a good film, but it's nothing that you're gonna really care about to like, oh, I gotta see that again. It's not gonna be that type of film. It's a type of film you'll see one time and say, hey, that was pretty good. It was good. You know, wasn't outstanding, but it was good. Had some great dialogue. Had some funny parts. Had some decent action scenes. But nothing really over the top. Just basic. But for a James Bond film, we expect more. You know, the look and the scale, everything was great, except for I just felt the heart was missing out of this. And pretty soon we'll find out. It's going to do well at the box office, I think, because of the success of Skyfall. But I'm interested in seeing the reviews. You know, maybe I'm judging it a little too hard, but that's what I saw. So I'm out.